Taylor, Pam, or because once it's over.
Hey, we want to welcome everybody out this afternoon or this morning and recognize Julie Wagner for her achievements here at USJ. She'll be signing with Arkansas Tech, the Bulldogs, right? Bulldogs? Yeah, Suns. But Julie's had a great 4 years here. When I got here, she was a good player on the inside. Last year she battled through some health issues. Now she's back and she finished up last year strong, and now she's gonna help lead this team this year. But congratulations to Julie, and with dragging it out, I think Coach Brandon, you're next, right? All right, Brandon Jones.
All right, hey, I'm Brandon Jones. Most of you guys know me as Olivia's dad. Some of you know me as Coach Brandon. So when Julie asked me to talk today, I was really honored to do so, because I've coached Julie since, I guess, going back to first grade, right? So what I did is I asked her, I said, so do you want me to roast you, or do you want me to say only good things about you? So she said, Coach Brandon, I want you to say only good things about me. So that's what we'll do today, is only say good things about you. So I started coaching Julie back in first grade, and at that time they put everybody on teams, so we didn't draft anybody. And I didn't know who Julie was. So the first day she comes into practice, I'm like, holy cow! And I think she was almost 6 foot as a first grader. So I'm like, I think I can do something with her. And then we start practicing, and I realized she can run, and I realized that she could shoot, and then she could dribble. I'm like, this girl's going to make me a pretty good coach. So I remember in PAL League early on, first and second grade, she would get a rebound, and she would duck her head and start dribbling the ball as hard as she could to the other end. And there'd be little girls coming up trying to steal the ball, and she's knocking them to the left and knocking them to the right. They get in front of her, she bulls through them. She goes in there and shoots a layup, goes back down on the other end. Just sweet old Julie, ready to do it again. So she was the Shaquille O'Neal of PAL League basketball, and she made me look good. So I remember in fourth grade, we thought we were pretty good. We took our Lady Sparks team up to Nashville to play in the WNSL March Madness tournament. And so I thought we were pretty good, so I put us in the top division, and so we were playing these AAU teams. And so we get up there, and needless to say, we got our butts handed to us. And the whole weekend, I think I probably yelled Julie's name 100 times. Julie, do this. Julie, do that. And she would just look at me and just nod the whole time. And by the end of the tournament, I lost my voice. My head was hurting. My chest was hurting from yelling so much at her. And so on the way home, I told Renee, I said, you know what? That poor kid will never come back to play for me again as much as I yelled at her that weekend. And so, but lo and behold, that next Tuesday, she comes back, shows up with a good attitude at practice. Now, Chris and Janet, I think they were ready to whoop me, but Julie came back with a good attitude. Little did they know I was only preparing them to play high school for Coach Schutz, because he would do the same thing, right? Yeah. So when I really knew that Julie was going to be a pretty good player her sophomore year, when she started working with Stephanie. She had the height, she had the skill. Stephanie taught her how to post up, how to seal, how to play around the basket. At that point, that's when I started realizing, I said, hey, Julie's going to be able to play college basketball if that's what she chooses to do. So she kept working on it, and proud that she's gotten that chance to do that. So she's had a great career at USJ. She still has one more year to do some great things. I do know that Arkansas Tech is really lucky to have you as a player next year. I think the best is yet to come for you. I think you got to continue to keep working hard, but the best is. They're lucky to have you, almost as lucky as I've been able to coach you over these, last 11, 12 years. So with that, I say congratulations, good luck in the future. I'm proud of you, and I love you like one of my own. So.
I would just like to start off by saying what an honor it is to be here again this week to watch another one of our Lady Bruins' hard work and dreams come true. As Brandon just talked about how you started working in first grade, and I remember Stephanie coaching you in travel ball in 4th and 5th grade, and to see all that work and everything you put into this come true just really makes me proud. Talking about Stephanie, I know when Julie, whenever she went on one of her events where it was a AAU or a basketball college coach was there, and he would call me and he was going like, "Coach, she knows how to post. She knows how to seal around a basket." And I always gave Stephanie credit for that. I never took credit for that because she played for someone who played, in my opinion, is one of the greatest coaches, may rest in peace right now, Don Meyer, teaching how to seal and to get angles, and that has really helped Julie, and Stephanie deserves the credit for me for that, as Brandon stated. And you already have an advantage just because of what she's taught you the years that she worked with you. And I just want to end by saying I'm just so proud of you for how you stuck with it. Like Brandon said, with him getting on to you, and I've always pushed you and drive you. A lot of players don't understand that. They think that a coach should come in every day and just be golly gee whiz, pat you on the back, tell you what a great job you're doing when you're not. Our job is not to be the coach that you want us to be. It's the coach that you need to be if you want to sit here one day and be where Julie is right now. I think that's one of the problems with our society right now. Everybody just thinks everything should be a pat on the back, never a kick in the rear end. You need both. And believe it or not, I know Brandon has given both. I have too. But as I tell my wife all the time, I can tell her 1,000,000 times how beautiful she look in that dress. But the one time I tell her she looks horrible in that dress, that's the one she's going to remember. So, again, I'm proud of you. You're going to do a great job. Just stick with everything that you learned from your parents and from your coaches, and you're going to be a success at Arkansas Tech. And congratulations to you, to Chris, and to Janet, and to Gracie down there for all the times when we were talking about travel ball, when you were taking care of Z when he was scooting all over the gym. So thank you again, and we're proud of you, Julie.
Hey y'all, thank you so much for coming out today, and also thank you to Coach Drop and Mr. Suber for helping me set up and make today so special. There are so many people that have made me into the player and person I am today, so I'm going to try my best to sum it up. Starting off in Pal League, I was on a team with Miss Sherry, and I remember my first ever shot. Of course, it was on the other team's goal, but I still count it, and my parents say I was very proud. After a few years of Pal League, I played travel with the Sparks and Lady Flash, where Coach Brandon was my coach. Even today, I don't know what to call him because saying anything other than Coach Brandon doesn't sound right. He was my first real coach and taught me all the fundamentals because even though my dad says he played in high school, I have yet to see a picture, so I still don't believe it. I remember one game, Coach Brandon put me in as point guard, and even though I was so excited, I couldn't get it past half court, so that ended quickly. After our first couple tournaments, my favorite thing about playing was meeting so many new friends that I still know today. While meeting so many people, I still always got the opportunity to play with SB and OJ, and I'm so grateful for our bond. A couple years later, we ended up on a team with Coach Steph. I was so blessed to have her at a young age and continuing through high school because without her, I wouldn't be the post player I am today. She taught me everything I know, even when she wasn't feeling the best. In practice, I remember she would always pick out the tiniest details, and I would get frustrated because I didn't think moving your foot an inch would help anything. Turns out she was right, and an inch means everything. Thank you for always being selfless and pushing me to be better and being a role model for all the girls. After Pal League, I played in middle school, and to everyone's surprise, I shot another shot on the other team's goal. Except this time, I wasn't proud, just really embarrassed. My sister used to always fight with me over who was better, and we would go outside one-on-one, but it always ended up in a full-on fight. Until middle school tryouts when she was too scared to go, and I finally won that argument. Thank you to Coach Caleb, Chris, and Dustin for giving me the opportunity to play with Woods Elite for my last AAU season. I wouldn't have changed it for anything. I don't know. There it is. Moving to high school basketball was definitely the most exciting thing as a player. Having Coach Schutz as a freshman was scary at first, but I'm so thankful he has pushed me to be better every day. Over the years, he has taught me work ethic and dedication. Out of all his memorable quotes, the one that has stuck with me is basketball is more than a game, it's life. He has shown me how to be a better leader on the court and lessons that I'll never forget in my future. Thank you for all your hard work as a coach and as a role model. Thank you to all my teammates who hold me accountable every practice and push me harder. Thank you to all my friends for always cheering me on. And thank you, Mom and Dad, for always being there for me and driving me to countless tournaments and taking time out of your day to make me better. Thank you, Gracie, for always making me feel better after I get out of the car with Dad after bad games and supporting me even when you're not home. Finally, thank you to Coach Wilbers and Coach Blake for giving me the opportunity to play at the next level. Go Suns.
On behalf of USJ and the athletic department, we congratulate Julie. We're proud of you, and best of luck going forward. Parents have supplied some refreshments over here, packaged refreshments and bottled water. Thank y'all for coming out today. Appreciate it. Got a pen.
Another one?